interest to the banks. So now on one hand, we have the rates of the properties on a high scale. And we are waiting for the property rates to come down because there is a crash in the share market. So we think rates will come down everywhere. It doesn't happen. Because our own money, which we had saved to buy a house, is being given to the builder to prevent the rates from falling down. So what happens on the way? The bank comes out with an advertisement. Your dream house, easy money installment. And people, out of greed and haste, they fall into the temptation. They fall to go and take loans. And this is the huge amount of loans that we Indians have taken. We are burdened. Now what happens is that people are not taking loan because the rates are not falling down. They are waiting for the rates to fall down more. So the banks, they put another advertisement. Very smart players. They put another advertisement inviting the people to take loans more frequently. They lower down 0.5% of interest or 0.25% of interest. They don't want you to go out of their clutches. They want you to remain a debtor throughout your life. They have to pay salaries, they have to pay the rent, they have to pay fat salaries to the CEOs in millions. Where do they get this money from? During the 2002 American recession, in the year 2002, the Business Week from New York, they came out with an article in the month of September stating that there were 3 interviews taken of people who lost their capital in share market. 3 interviews. And the title of the article was The Betrayed Investor. The Betrayed Investor. And one of the investors said that I lost more than 30% of my capital. But I can't understand how a company which is flourishing and in few months this company's own stock becomes the fraction of its value. Where does the money go? And that was a proper question which many people, when they see the glitter of the stock index prices, when they see the glitter, they never ask their mutual fund managers, they never ask their stockbroker that where do this money go? People are in race, in haste, in greed. They want to buy stock. They want to buy stock because everybody wants to get rich as early as possible. And because of that, we are seeing around us these loan facilities, these EMIs and these mortgage policies. Because of these easy loan policies, we are observing that people are getting more richer. But it is not like that. The fact is, people are appearing to be richer than they are actually. They are spending more money than they can afford. And then along with them, they have these credit cards now. And now the economists and the other scholars, they have started calling this credit card as ghost in plastic, or the plastic ghost. They have started calling the credit cards as the plastic ghost. You know ghost? Like Aladdin and his magic lamp. He scrubs the magic lamp, the jinn comes out, the ghost comes out and says, yes master, what do you want? In the same way, these credit cards are working like you have to swipe it and the ghost is there. It whispers in your ears, don't worry, go to the mall, eat in the best restaurants, don't worry, I'm with you. Spend whatever you want to spend, I'm with you. So people go and buy. They are not worried when will they pay the money. Many of the credit card companies, they offer 1,50,000 rupees. That's approximately $3,000 to the people who take their credit cards. They offer 1,50,000 as credit, means you can buy. So these people, when they don't have money, but they have this plastic ghost in their pockets, they are smart now. They have confidence. So they eat in the best restaurant, they buy expensive mobiles. So we see around us, people are seeming to be richer than they are actually. The luxury watches, the branded shoes, the branded dresses, the branded watches, the mobiles, people are buying more than they can afford. And they are putting themselves into the debt traps. According to an analysis, we Indians have bought on credit. The amount is 8,000 crores of rupees. And many of them are turning into, defaulters. They are not willing to pay the money because they don't have money. So now what happens? This economic system, conventional economic system, it throws an impact. It causes an impact on our personal lives. And we have depression, we have stress, we have divorces, we have suicides because of interest-based economy and extravagance. These two things are main reason. According to George Beckham, a Nobel Prize winner, global recession or recession is one of the major causes of divorces in the world. He says that because a person has to pay a lot of money. How does it happen? I'll explain you. That when a person starts buying things which he cannot afford on easy monthly installment, when he starts buying things, little does he realize that it is a part of economic phenomena that sometimes or other you may run short of money, you may face a loss in your business, or you may even lose your job. It's a part. They don't realize it. They don't foresee it. So when they keep on buying, they buy expensive mobiles. We saw families having expensive mobiles for each member of the family. So during this BPO boom, when we had this BPO boom in India, young guys at the age of 20 and 22, they were growing richer. They had a lot of money in their wallets. So they started buying expensive mobiles for them, for mother, for wife, for daughter. Each family member has an expensive mobile and they keep on changing. So they started a hi-fi life. And the psychologists, they say, this is a hi-fi syndrome. It's a disease. It's a mental disease now. The hi-fi syndrome, in which a person is exhausted, spending out of his capacity. He keeps on spending, and a time comes, he's unable to pay. Hi-fi syndrome. And because of this hi-fi syndrome, there are a lot of destructive impact. And I said divorce is one of it. In India, the farmers, we know the farmers are one of the main pillars of Indian economy. The farmers who grow food for us. We are a huge nation of 100 crores of plus 100 crore population. And these farmers are our pillars of our economy. But on an average, there are no less than 700 farmers committing suicides. You know the simple reason? Because they are unable to repay a small loan of 10 to 15,000 rupees. That's all. Somebody has borrowed from a private lender 10-15,000 rupees to repair his tractor or water pump or get his daughter married. 15,000 rupees loan is that they have taken. And I'm sure most of the audience that are watching me, they may be having mobiles worth that amount. And this poor man, he provides us food. He works hard that we eat food. And this man has paid 10 times the capital as interest. 10 times he has paid the capital as interest. 10 times. And still, he's still not paid the capital and continues paying interest. So we have a figure of around 700 people committing suicides every year in Maharashtra alone. 700 people. On an average, in India, 324 people commit suicide every day. And a majority of them because of financial reason. Somebody kills herself due to dowry, then someone because of debts, someone because of being default and being bankrupt. Various financial reasons people are committing suicide because of this interest-based economy. Many people are committing suicide. Same thing is in Japan. Japan, as compared to India, is less populated. But every year, 35,000 people on an average, they kill themselves because of pressure in financial dealings. They kill themselves. 35,000 people in Japan. This economy is headed towards a disastrous result. We are reaching a dead end very soon. Now let's see the other impacts of this global economy and this recession and this conventional economic system, whatever they call it. James Cook, in the Forbes magazine, 1978, the February issue of Forbes magazine, on page number 81 to 82, 10 pages, he declared that this economy is an X-rated economy. This economy is an X-rated economy. James Cook, he writes in Forbes magazine, 31 years ago, not today. At that time, that man realized that our economy is prospering, our economy is thriving on obscenity. X-rated economy means an economy in which, due to cutthroat competition, the people who sell their products, they are forced to use obscene culture in order to sell their products, to sell their services, to sell their ideas. This was in the year 1978. And today, I don't know whether James Cook would agree that this economy is upgraded to XXX economy. If he were alive, he would have surely agreed, because according to latest statistics, the porn culture is no less than $35 billion business in the world. It's a huge industry, the porn culture. It's a tremendous industry, it's a huge industry. And people are getting into it. Now sex is served in the form of sex education, in the form of entertainment, in the form of literature. Sex is served like a dish. And this is what James Cook meant to say in the year 1978, that this economy is an X-rated economy. It thrives upon it. You see the sports, now they have cheerleaders. Those who are watching cricket since many years, they would have realized that there were no cheerleaders. The girls wearing short skirts and tight t-shirts, and they are cheering the teams, the playing teams. So we asked them, why do you require these cheerleaders? So they say they cheer up the players. So up comes another question. A smart man had posted a question in one of the forums of NDTV. He said, we have 35,000 people in the stadium cheering the cricket team, and these girls, they don't know the rules, but because they are scantily dressed, obscenely dressed, so they are taken as cheerleaders. So see, this is where the economy is heading towards, obscenity. See, Maria Sharapova, the famous tennis player, Maria Sharapova, she won 2 Grand Slams by 2006. And against her, Roger Federer, he won no less than 9 Grand Slams till then. But Maria Sharapova earned 3 times more than Roger Federer in fashions, in modeling. She was a brand ambassador for Land Rover cars, for Motorola company, for Nike shoes, and on and on and on. Because she was beautiful. Because she had that oomph factor in her. That's what the journalists and the media say. They cannot afford a middle-aged woman to even read out the news to the audience on television. They want young girls. Everything is being dependent upon young girls, obscenely dressed, obscenely speaking. We have the industrialists, we have the film stars, we have the other celebrities appearing on the chat shows of various television programs, and they are talking about their personal bedroom lives. They are celebrating their affairs, multiple affairs, as if they have won some trophies, and millions of people are watching it. Children are watching it, families are watching. The people sit together and they watch these type of programs. They see these type of discussions. No wonder the society grows more obscene. And the reason is conventional economic system, where obscenity is required in cutthroat competition, and the general media is in competition with the pornographic world. So they have to maintain that stamina, or they have to maintain that speed in reaching out the audience, so they keep on adding more and more obscenity to their products. This is what's happening.